Uh, Hello, this is the A Bit Serious Plugin tutorial. That's part 2. On the first part, we have created a new enemy class that follows the player whenever it looks. Let's take a look at it. Okay, it's following and attacking. But as you can see, it's just play follows and play animations, but nothing happens. No damages, no hits. So let's try to make a simple combat system here. So on this tutorial, I have included the Infinity Blade effects. So we can have some effects, some nice effects in combat. And on this combat system, we'll try to make it in two examples. One is using Hit Spheres, and the other will be projectile systems. So let's start with enemy hitting the player with a hit sphere. So to make it organized, let's create a new folder called Combat Components and create a new actor. The actor will be called Enemy Hit Sphere. The enemy hit sphere will consist basically on a sphere collision which will be used to detect if the player is in it or not. Okay, that's it. And the base enemy will spawn it, and it must disappear few moments right after it spawned. For that, Unreal already had made us this guy, initial lifespan. Let's put a quarter of seconds, and of course, it cannot be damaged. So that's it. Now let's see if the base enemy could spawn it. So let's get back to base enemy. And ABS already has these events. Attack event is called by AI whenever the pulse attacks or not. So let's take a look at it. Event attack. Here it is. Now, whenever it attacks, let's spawn front class. An enemy hit sphere. Let's get active transform. So, for us to see it, what's happening, let's make this sphere not hidden in game, so we can see it spawning. So, we must spawn and must disappear right after. Let's see if we could get it. It's following, and that's it, it's spawning. But as you can see, it's spawning right over our enemy. And we want it to be a little forward so it can properly hit it. For that, we had a simple solution. I have created this component, hit spawn location, and put it a little forward on the enemy paw. So we can, instead of take actor transform, let's take hit spawn location transform. Now let's see how it happens. See, a little forward, and now it hits the player. But no damage, as you can see. That's because we never made the enemy hit sphere do anything when it's overlaps. So we're gonna get this on component begin overlap event. And on that event, you check if the actor is a bass player or not. If it's our player, then we can cast it to top-down character. And if it was, let's apply damage. Let's just say 2. Now let's test it. As you can see, I'm getting hits. But it's not a combat yet because I can't attack it. I just get hit and keep it running. So now we can make the character shoot projectiles against the enemy. So the first thing we need is what we wanna shoot the enemy. Let's create a new blueprint class, an actor, and it will be a player fireball. Okay, it follows almost the same principles as the hit sphere. We need to create a sphere collision, make it root. Let's create an arrow to know where it's forward. And to make it beautiful, let's put a particle effect. And since we're using Infinity Blade, let's look up for Fireball. That's it, Fireball base. A little smaller. Let's make it a little bigger. Okay, that's it. We have a Fireball. And now, let's create an event in the same way we did on the Hit Sphere. But instead of test if it was a top-down character, let's check if it's a base player, base enemy, sorry. If it's a base enemy, then we do the same thing. Apply damage, and let's destroy it so it's not keeping moving away. Okay, and also we don't want it to take too long, so it cannot be damaged and to be self-destroyed on 2 seconds. Now, one thing that Unreal gives to us is the projectile movement components. So we can set speed, gravity, and another settings. But in this case, let's put 350 max, and gravity 0, so it won't be dragged down. Okay, we have done the fireball. Now, the player must spawn it. So let's get back to the blueprints top-down character. Usually we create an action and bind it to a key, but on this example, to make it quicker, let's just create an event when we press spacebar. Here is spacebar, and on pressed, let's spawn actor from class. It will be player fireball. Now, on the transform, we fall on the same situation as the hit sphere on base enemy. We don't want it to spawn right inside a character. So I have created this scene component called fireball's collocation and put it a little ahead. Okay, the spawn transformer needed, so let's get this guy and get our world transform. That's it. Let's see how it will behave. It's moving and shooting fireballs. Nice. Let's try to combat. Okay, so it's disappear whenever it hits or not. It's quite hard to hit it because it's only shoots. And that's it, it's down. It disappear after 3 seconds. And that's it. We had a combat system made in a few minutes too. You can still fire some fireballs, but there's no one to hit. But that's okay. See ya.